Good Friday morning, everyone. TJ here for Metabolic Conditioning. For today's class, so this is the last of the series for the 6 weeks, and then next week will be a whole new set of exercises and focuses. So today is upper push, lower pull. You'll just need light dumbbells, medium dumbbells, maybe something a little heavier if you've got it. Otherwise, let's get started, just kind of warming up and preparing our body. And so we're going to go into child's pose, just kind of stretching out that low back. So sitting back onto those heels. And again, you're kind of face down and your hands are extended in front of you. So sitting back onto those heels, just feeling that stretch in the low back. And I want you to come out of that. And now we're going to be lying on our stomach and we're going to do our mini Sphinx or that stretch for our core. Just think of this like your morning stretch. Getting up, getting energized, getting the body going. All right, let's go back into child's pose again. So we'll do this one and then we'll do that Sphinx one last time. And then we'll move on to the next. All right, go back to that Sphinx pose. So again, the Sphinx is when you're on your elbows. That sort of cobra position is if you're kind of pushing through your hands, you're pressing your hip towards the floor with your legs behind you. And again, just feeling that stretch through the hip flexors, through the core. Nice job. All right, so let's do a couple of there's some oblique crunches. So I just want you to lie on your side with your right hand on your head and just kind of have your legs kind of extended out to the side or like, well, in line with you. All right, and so just kind of lifting the shoulder blades off the ground, working the right side or maybe your left side of the side of your core. We're not going to do a lot. We're just kind of prepping the body. 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Now let's do the oblique crunch for the other side. Ready? Go. So again, just placing that hand on your head. And remember that the movement is coming more from the core region and not so much pulling on your head and your neck. If you're feeling it there, try to change to where it's you lifting your body just a little bit. 3, 2, 1. All right, let's stay, but let's flip it over onto our stomach. And we're just going to do some Supermans, nothing crazy. So remember your hands are out in front and you can lift your hands or you could lift hands and legs off the floor. So this is for the low back. Ready? Go. Nice job. So squeezing through the glutes so you feel it through your low back. 3, 2, 1. Let's turn it back over to that oblique crunch just really quick. Just doing well, not a few, but at least 10 of them. Ready? Go. So whichever side you are on, just doing a few more of these oblique crunches. We'll flip it over to the other side. 3, 2, 1. Turn it over. All right, give me roughly 10 again for this other side. Go. And again, just feeling it through whichever side you are on. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So back onto your stomach. And we're going to do the Superman one last time. Get ready. Go. So either hands or hands and legs. Just lifting or raising them off the floor. Squeezing through your glutes. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Child's pose for me just really quick. And I will tell you what we're going to be doing for the movement prep. That will set the stage for what we do for the rest of the workout. All right, so standing up and just kind of stretching out the hamstrings. I just want your hands to face your thigh and just kind of sliding down, sliding up, sliding down. So pushing that hip back, keeping the back flat, keeping the shoulders back. Go if you haven't. So again, just stretching the hamstrings, but being very aware that we're not moving too quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right. So the next one that we're going to do is pretty much going to be on the floor. And I'm already struggling today trying to read my board. All right. So we're going to be sitting on our butt and we're going to get into this reverse tabletop. And I want you to bring the hip down, bring the hip up, bring the hip down, and bring the hip up. Ready? Go. That's what happens when it's Friday. Sometimes you gotta get it together. Nice job. So just moving the hips up and down. The next round will just kind of add just a little bit of a different element. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so we're gonna go back to the standing position. This one is going to have 2 parts that I'm going to break up so that way it's not so confusing. So I want you to pretty much with one leg I just want you to lift the leg and then raise the arms and then back down. So both the hands and the feet come back down. And then we'll do the opposite side. So raise the right leg, lift the hands overhead, feet down, hands down, other side. And again, if you could do the motion at the same time, that works too. I was just kind of breaking it up just so it makes it easier to understand. And just give me a couple more. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. That one requires a little bit of a balance. All right, so going back to the sliding of the legs. So just kind of stretching out those hamstrings, pushing that hip back, keeping the back flat. Ready? Go. So we'll just go through this one more time. And then we're going to move into the ESD, or some of you may know it as the cardio portion of the workout. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So let's move down to the floor and back to that tabletop. And so as we tabletop, we're going to kick the leg. All right, ready, go. So pushing that hip up, trying to get it to where from shoulder, hip to knee is straight across. If you're kicking, then it's shoulder, hip to foot. It's straight across, really pushing that hip up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So we're going to make that transition back to where we're standing up. Just be careful when you do. All right, so remember, last and final one is just this balancing act where we lift one foot behind us, raise the hands, bring both down, and then do the other side. Ready? Go. So again, if you need to, you can raise one leg and then raise the arms back down, then at the hip, raise one leg, the other leg, raise the hands. Again, it's all about steady, so the balance and keeping that ankle stable. Just be careful and do what you can. If you can't lift that back leg up as high, it's all right. You can keep it closer to the ground. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, let's get a drink of water really quick, and then we're going to move into the cardio portion. All right, so for the cardio portion, we're going to do Franken walks. So it's opposite hand to opposite foot. All right, ready? Go. So opposite hand, opposite foot. You could go with a bent knee if you felt like it was a little more doable this way. But sometimes it's nice to be able to kind of get that hamstring stretch. And again, with that whole lower pull focus, those pull muscles are the back of the legs. We're really focusing on that. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so we're going to go punches. All right, so an upper body one. All right, so again, opposite arm, opposite leg. Well, same side is actually going to twist. And so I'm going to punch right, twist the right leg, punch left, twist the right leg, rotating my body. All right, go. I'm going to change this one just a little bit for the next round to make it a little more interesting. And again, the faster you move, you're going to get that heart rate up there. And on a day like this, you probably want to be feeling a little warmer versus colder. Nice job, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so the last one that we're going to do is the mountain climber. You have a couple of options. You could use a chair or a couch if you want to be a little more elevated. Otherwise, it's just pretty much taking those knees, running it into the center. All right, ready? Go. Keeping that core engaged, keeping your shoulders over your wrists. And if you're wearing socks and on a carpeted floor, just be careful. You may slide a little bit. Sometimes that might be the added challenge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We're going to go back to those Franken walks. So opposite arm to opposite leg. Ready? Go. Nice job, everyone. Keep it up. Really working those legs today. Good thing it's not squats and deadlifts. That would be a lot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so with our punches, we're now going to get into a squat motion. And I still want you to rotate off that foot, but still maintaining this like partial squat position. Ready? Go. So a squat hold while you're punching. And again, you're still able to rotate. If you feel like that is a little too much or a little too much of a challenge, you can just go back to that standing position. Maybe grab some light dumbbells and add them in your hands. That will make it challenging. Great job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, taking it back to the mountain climber. So down onto the floor, or again, elevate and use the chair, the couch, or the coffee table. If you're at home, ready, go. Nice job. If for whatever reason you need to slow it down and less impact, you could just step and touch. Otherwise, really pick up that pace. Nice job. Come on. We have one more round after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully stand up, just because your head will be slightly below your heart. You don't want to feel too dizzy. All right, back to the Franken walks. One last time. Ready, go. Nice job. Keep going. So remember, straight leg, just raising it up. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so back to those punches. Again, totally optional if you want to squat and do it. Otherwise, I think I'm going to add the dumbbells this time, the very light dumbbells. Ready, go. Nice job. Keeping the core engaged, whether you're standing or doing a partial squat and you're doing your punches with or without weights. We have one last mountain climber. We'll get a drink of water and then we'll move on to the next. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right. So take it to the floor. One last mountain climber. You got this. Go. Nice job. Keep moving. Keep pushing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition slowly to where you're standing up Just be careful when your head is below your heart, just so you don't get dizzy. Get a drink of water, and I'll tell you what's next. All right, so we're going to lie on the floor, and we're going to do our upper body focus, which is anything with our chest, or the triceps, or the shoulders. All right, so I'll slightly angle myself more towards you so you can see what I'm doing. So my hands are going to face each other. I'm going to bring my elbows out by my side, so I see my hands in my peripheral vision or side vision, and I'm going to bring it back up towards the center, out to the side, back up, back down, doing a chest fly. All right, ready? Go. Nice job. So remember, elbows come out to the side, keeping that slight bend in your arm, feeling it through your chest, or a little pull through the front of the upper body. Nice job. Nice job. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, put those dumbbells down, and we're just going to transition to where we're going to move onto our knees, not necessarily standing up, just so that way you're a little closer to the ground. All right, so we're going to do an overhead tricep extension. All right, you could use one dumbbell and just hold the ends and go overhead. Otherwise, do 2 dumbbells, and it gets a little more challenging. All right, ready? Go. So I would say maybe something of a lighter weight or a medium weight with this particular exercise. And so keeping those elbows by your head. And again, we're kneeling, keeping the core engaged, straightening the arms at the top. Nice job. Keep going. Feeling it through the back of the arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So the next one, you're going to stay in the same position, and we're going to have our dumbbells, again, either light or medium, whichever works for you. We're going to do something a little different. All right. So I'm going to sit back onto my heels, and as I stand or as I push my hip forward, I'm going to drive my arms up, down, sit back onto the heels, push up and up. All right, ready? Go. So sit back, drive it up, sit back, drive it up. If you feel like that motion just from bending the hip and sitting back onto the knees is a little too much, you could just simply just do an overhead press, which is working the shoulders. And again, if your elbows are out in front, you're going to feel it more through the front of your shoulder versus if you had your elbows towards your side. Again, just giving options. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. If you have a mat, and you could kneel on a mat or maybe a pillow, just if it bothers your knees at all. All right, so moving on to our medium dumbbell and back to the very first exercise that we did. We're going to do that chest fly. All right, you can use a heavier dumbbell, just be mindful of your form. Ready? Go. So elbows come out to the side. You see your hand in your side vision or peripheral vision. Nice job. So again, really feeling that openness through the chest. And as we bring those dumbbells together and we squeeze right between the center of the chest, that's where you should be feeling it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Dumbbells down, transition or move onto your knees. And this is where that overhead tricep extension comes in. So again, either one dumbbell holding the ends or 2 dumbbells. Ready? Go. Nice job. So remember to keep those elbows close to the head when you're doing it, whether you've got 1 dumbbell or 2. Keep the core engaged. Try to be careful not to find yourself leaning back. If that is the case, maybe pause for a moment, rest, reset, and go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So again, still stay kneeling. And remember, this one is the one where we sit back onto the heels, like you're kind of sitting back into a chair. You're going to push the hip forward, and then the hands are going to push up in front of you. All right, ready? Go. And again, if you need like a pillow or something cushiony and soft for the knees, you can. Otherwise, you could just do a shoulder press without the sitting back on the heels. And as it gets tiring, you start to slow down a little bit, but keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. We got one more round that we're going to do, and then we're going to move on to lower body. All right, so one last of the chest fly. So remember, hands are facing each other. Hands come out to the side and bring them back up to meet each other. Ready? Go. Nice job, everyone. So whether you have medium dumbbells or something a little heavier, your chest is your larger set of muscles in the front of that upper body, just as long as your shoulders can handle it. Nice job. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, so moving onto the knees and that tricep overhead extension. Ready, go. So remember, whether it's 1 dumbbell or 2, elbows by your head, straighten your arms at the top. If it becomes too much and you've got 2 dumbbells, you could always just go 1 at a time. Otherwise, you could always just switch to just that 1 dumbbell and go overhead like so. So elbows by your head. You got this. Come on. Keep going. So we have one last exercise after this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So back to that sitting back onto the heels and then driving the weight up. All right, ready? The last one. Go. Nice job, everyone. Come on. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so set those dumbbells down. Get a drink of water. And we're going to move on to the legs. All right. So with our legs, the back of our legs especially, we're going to take some dumbbells. We're going to do our deadlift. All right. But we're going to do our deadlift a little differently. So I'm going to grab my dumbbells. So imagine kind of leaning a little more towards your left side, kind of pulling up what you call your imaginary pants, and then do the other leg, pull up just a little bit, and then back down to the other side, pull up just a little bit. So I'll turn. So again, a little look towards the right, a little towards the left, keeping that back flat. Ready? Go. So feeling it hopefully through the back of the hamstring. So the back of the leg is where you should be feeling it. So imagine like you're pulling up some imaginary pants. So kind of doing one leg at a time. You probably wonder where we come up with this stuff. You got this, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, put those dumbbells down. All right, so for this next one, kind of working the hips just to get those involved, just because. All right, so holding on to something if you need to. I'm going to start with my left leg, just my left leg. I'm going to bring it out to the side, and then I'll tell you what we'll do after. All right, ready? Go. So we're just doing abduction, where we're bringing that leg out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to hold the leg out to the side, and now I want you to bend your knee. And I want you to kick, kick, kick. Keep going, kick. Still holding on to something if you need to. Just because this does require a little ankle stability. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's do the other leg. So I'm just gonna hold on to something behind me or next to me. All right, let's do the right leg. So out to the side. Ready, go. So out, out, working the hip, the side of the hip. And if you remember what comes next is that knee kick. 3, 2, 1, hold that leg out, kick, kick, kick. Nice job. And again, try to do it without hanging on or just kind of barely hanging on to something. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just make sure that your space is free of things in the way, like my armchair. All right, going back to that imaginary kind of pulling up of the pants. All right, ready? So go. So remember, you're kind of going towards the right, pull up your pants, towards the left, pull up your pants. I know it's funny. It's a good thing that you're probably at home getting a chuckle out of this. So remember, bending from the hip, pulling up the imaginary pants just a little bit. or maybe it's your snow pants, since it is snowing, unfortunately. Great job, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. All right, put those dumbbells down. Let's go back to that whole side leg raise. So hang on to something if you need to. Ready? Go. So it doesn't matter which leg you have started with. Just abduct it or move it out, away from you, to the side, working that outer hip. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now I want you to hold that position. I want you to kick, kick, kick. So keep that leg held out. Keep going. And again, try to do it without hanging on to something. If you have some questionable knees or questionable ankle, I would definitely keep that hand close by, just so you do not roll an ankle or hurt your knee. 3, 2, 1. All right, other side. Ready, go. That last one was a little longer, but that's just because I talk too much. All right, so move that other leg out to the side. And so I'm never letting that leg come all the way down and where the foot is resting on the ground. Really keeping that on the hip. 3, 2, 1. All right, so bend. So kicking that opposite or that leg that you're using. Ready? Go if you haven't. So keeping that leg out, kick, kick, kick. Try to balance yourself if you can. So we're going to do one more round of these 3 exercises, and then we'll move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, one last final round for this lower body section. All right, so remember, pulling up the imaginary pants. Ready, go. So pull up just a little, pull up, opposite leg, pull up. So I'm just slightly leaning towards one side. I'm going to feel it towards that side a little more on the side that I'm leaning towards. But again, maintain the flat back. Hopefully not feeling it too much in the back of the knee or the back of the low back. Keeping that core engaged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right. So we're going to make it through these other 2 exercises, and then we'll stretch. All right. Okay. Last of the abduction. Ready? Go. So whichever leg you are on, moving that leg out to the side. So abducting or being taken outward. Keeping that core engaged still. I'm not bent completely over, but nor am I standing straight up either. 3, 2, 1. All right, so holding that leg out, that same leg, and just kick, kick, kick. After this, we have the other side. So really kick and straighten that leg. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. All right. Last and final leg. Ready. Abduct it out. Go. Nice job. So keeping that pressure or feeling it through that one side with the leg that's abducting outward. 3, 2, 1. Hold that knee and kick, kick, kick. We got it. One last time. Keep going. And then we'll stretch it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. And of course, after you stand, then your legs or your hips start to feel like jello. All right, so interlock your fingers, place it back behind your head, push your elbows back and push your head back into your hands. Just feeling that stretch within our chest or that front upper body, especially after doing that chest fly. Nice job. Hands down, hands behind you, so just arms straight, lifting behind, just feeling that stretch through the front of your shoulder. 2 more stretches. All right, I want you to keep your back flat, shoulders back, feeling the stretch through the back of the legs. Nice job. Come up slowly. One last and final one. I want you to cross left ankle over or in front of the right. And then again, if you need to hang on to something like a chair or the table behind me, I just want you to reach, feeling the stretch within the obliques and that outer hip, especially from that last one that we just did. All right, last and final one. Cross the right foot in front of the left leg and reach overhead with the right hand. And again, hang on to something just because the balance is a little questionable on this, but feeling it in that hip and through the oblique. Nice job, everyone. All right. So today at 12 is Express Abs with me again. Please come back and join me. Otherwise, have a great Friday and a great weekend.